How's been settling in here gone for you? How's everything?
It's been pretty smooth, pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Opportunity to work with some good athletes and some good specialists, and it's been exciting. So it's been pretty good.
What was your connection here? How did you?
I was a graduate assistant here, Fiesta Bowl year.
Okay.
A couple years. Coach Erickson brought me on here a long time ago, and been around Trent for a long time. Keith.
Okay.
So I've known a lot of guys in this program for a long time. So
how does this opportunity come to be? Does Trent give you a call, or was how lead us through that?
It's kind of both of us talking, and told him I wanted to be a part of it, and wanted to get back at the Corvallis and get an opportunity to take this program to the next level. You know, they've been doing a lot of good things here, and keep it going. It will be big for us.
The return game has been a big part of the team's success the last couple of seasons. Lost the guys that kind of were filling those roles. Where do you see that?
We haven't done a lot with our return game, but in the past places I've been, we've been real good in the return game, punt return and kickoff return. So we're still kind of filling out those guys that can replace those guys, but it really all starts, with the guys up front blocking and doing that stuff. So we're going to start focusing on that in a couple weeks and get rolling with that. But we definitely have potential to be real good in the return game.
Do you have some guys in mind that might be able to?
We got a couple guys here. But like I said, we've been focusing more on punt and kickoff, starting off, and then as we get going, we're gonna kind of work that out and see where we're at.
It's obviously very early, but what would you say is the strength of the special teams, the group that you inherit?
Athletes. We got a lot of athletes, a lot of guys, and for spring ball, we got a lot of guys that we got a lot of depth. A lot more depth than I've been in a lot of places I've been, so I'm excited about that. Just knowing guys that can plug in and stay fresh so we can play fast. So that's probably what the strength is right now. And we also got real good specialists, good long snappers, good kicker, good punters, and we got a lot of options.
Okay. Have anybody separated themselves so far in any of those roles?
The one guy I will say, Everett Hayes, he is very talented in what he can do as a kicker. As far as punt, both of our guys have kind of been out in punting, so I don't know as much about them, but I know they both have some talent, and they're both good options.
When you say out, just nursing injuries or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh has been out the whole spring. Today was his first day punting.
Okay.
And then AJ was also out, and this was his second day back. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And they're fully healthy at this point.
Right,
yeah.
Correct.
What are some traits you want your special teams units to have that you want, like, your staple?
Staple, just guys that want to be involved in it, that care about it. Obviously, you always want great athletes, guys that are physical, tough, just guys that buy into what we're doing. Special teams, to me, is all about just guys buying in, knowing their role, and accepting their role, and that's the biggest thing. If they have that and they want to do it, then we'll be good on special teams.
You talked about the depth. Did you mean up front, or did you mean?
I'm talking about everywhere, like every position, like guys that aren't just starters on offense and defense, guys that are role players. And you go down to a line, I'm looking at our punt depth chart, we can go 4 deep right now with guys that I think are capable of doing that and being successful at doing that. When you have that much depth, I mean, that says a lot about what you can do on special teams and keeping guys fresh, and don't always have to play the guys that are playing every snap, and guys that can get in there and be successful in what we're doing.
That's one thing I was wondering is you and Trent, your philosophy. I mean, some coaches are like, we only play backups in special teams. Some guys are like, no, we get our starters in there. We want. How do you guys land on that?
Everywhere I've ever been, before I go anywhere, I want to be. If we want to be great on special teams, we got to pay our best players.
Okay.
Right. So obviously, you have some guys that are getting so many reps. You got to make sure that you spell them and make sure they're okay. But I always want to go somewhere where the head man, and I've known Trent for a lot of years. The head man wants to have our best players, so we can be. He's not giving us an issue about who we're playing and who we're not playing on special teams. And when you do that, you can be successful, especially with the depth we have here.
Yeah. You focused on singled out the kicker. What have you liked about what he's brought so far? Is consistency? Is it long? Is it range, or both? Or
he has a very talented leg, strong leg. We're still kind of working through his consistency, but as far as his leg talent, he has a lot of leg talent, and he's pretty focused on what he's trying to do and what he wants to accomplish going on. So I've been really impressed with him.
What's the longest kick he's made?
I want to say it was like 60 something. 60.
bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad, right? Probably the only time I ever seen that, to be honest with you.
The NFL is obviously making a massive change to the way that they do kickoff,
Right.
in the name of player safety. Is there any sort of momentum towards a similar sort of change at the collegiate level?
Hopefully not. I feel like they sometimes are trying to phase out special teams, you know, with some of the things and some of the rules. And like I tell, you know, I've coached different positions, but I'm like, I don't want to be out of a job either, right? So, I mean, hopefully not. I like the way it is, and it gives young players opportunity to get on the field and get their feet wet and what they're doing and be physical. And so hopefully they keep it the same how it's been. So.
How many times or years have you been a special teams guy? Or you said you've coached a lot of different.
Yeah, probably about like 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 years. I special teams coordinator at Arizona State, University of Houston, Fresno, and New Mexico. Okay. So I've been doing it for a while. You know, I've been doing it for a while, and I was always a running back coach or a receiver coach, and just got involved with special teams at Arizona State and just kind of stuck with it. And you have a certain knack for something, and you know, a lot of people don't like doing it, but I enjoy doing it.
Why do you like it?
I just enjoy working with. I get a chance to touch every player, you know, and be involved in the scheme and what we're doing, and the transition from offense to defense it's a big part of the game. Everyone will say it, but you got to work at it. You know, as a program, you got to work at it and put the right guys in there, and it makes a difference.